Hey, hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's saying I'm live, so I better be live. Yeah, I mean, holla at me in the chat, people. We about to talk about Black Panther. I only saw it one time, but I definitely have been, doing my research on it and all that. I ain't gonna sit here all day with you, but you see, I got some new tricks, some new teams going on here. So no matter what I talk about, whether it be music, somebody else's music, my music, um, movies, battles, I'm gonna be learning a whole bunch of new stuff to make it, real hard out here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Black Panther, man, I was in the sticks and it was crazy. The lines was crazy, all kind of people. So this is definitely an event, you know what I mean? I don't even know what to say. I feel like it's more black people in America than what they say. Because people came out to see this movie in droves and it is going down. I gotta smoke, man. Mm-hmm. So yes, we're gonna get into this real quick. This is Loch right here, Bible Munchies. Look down there, definitely check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out my, all that. Check out my Snapchat. Check out my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. All that is Loch, but it's everything is Loch121. So yes, Black Panther. So let's do a rough, a quick run through of the movie, and then let's, talk about thoughts on the movie and what I thought, you know what I mean, and all that. I see I got a little issue with my streaming strength, but hopefully that'll work itself out. When I did my test, it was fine, so we should be all right. So now we start off. We start off actually with a something going back to 1992. We start off with we see in T'Chaka, who is T'Challa, who is the Black Panther in this movie's father, who was also the Black Panther before him, and he goes to see in I believe his name is, if I mispronounce some names, don't get mad at me. Njobu, Njabu, which is his brother, and he's in Oakland, California, and he's hustling, he trapping, he getting it in, doing what it do, and he got a partner with him. Some people knock on the door. It's Okoye and I believe Ayo, if I'm not mistaken, and they come in, and basically what happens is the brother has been trying to arm different people with vibranium across the country to fight, you know, the system, to basically kill a bunch of white people. That's basically the plan. So he comes and he's not happy with him, spreading the vibranium and working with Claw. He's working with Ulysses Claw, who lost his arm in what's that, the Age of Ultron. So he ends up killing his brother, and that's how that goes down. But also there was a spy. See, the brother was a spy, but they had a spy spying on the spy, and that spy is Zuri, who is Forrest Whitaker later on in the movie. Spoiler alert, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I put spoiler in here, but it's definitely a spoiler review. So yeah, this is it. So then we go to after Civil War, present day. They go and they kick some ass and stuff. And then T'Chaka comes back to be crowned king of Wakanda. You know what I mean? So he comes, he fights this dude named M'Baka. And I got some, and M'Baka he beats his ass, but he does lose. He puts him in an MMA leg lock and makes him tap out. He was like, tap out, boy. So yes, that happened. He definitely made him tap out for sure. So next up, what occurs is after he gets the crown, basically they find out that there is Claw is going to be trying to sell some artifacts because him and Killmonger, Eric Killmonger, the one of the villains, they broke into a museum and they killed some people and they took a mask. And when they went in there, he was like, shoot, it ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I took it, so I'm taking it back. Couldn't really argue with that. Definitely had a point. So yeah, they're going to meet Claw and whoever their Claw is selling to, and it's Ross who was actually in he was in Civil War. That's my man Lester Nygaard from Fargo. So I rock with him anyway. I think he was in The Hobbit too or something else too. So they go and they have this crazy scene, this crazy car scene where the guy Claw is using his weapon, his arm as a weapon, and Black Panther is on top of cars, and you know his sister's fighting. And yes, it is dope. I can't even explain how dope that scene is. It's fire. Like you got to see it. Michonne Denai, aka Okoye, in this movie, she did have a spear type thing that kind of reminded me of Michonne. She like the queen of comic books. So she they get in, they have this big rumble at the casino, and then they have the car chase and scene where they're fighting, and you find out his suit can take in power. So he had got shot. I mean, they explained that earlier when he chose the suit that it has kinetic energy. So if he gets hit, it'll absorb that energy and it can send that energy back out. So he like blows up a car after getting shot a bunch of times with the suit, and it just had all that energy and it blows up cars, all kind of stuff, and that's crazy right there. So they end up actually getting Claw. They end up getting Claw. And him and Ross take Claw to, somewhere where they can interrogate him. And he's stupid. Talking about, he was singing that song, Baby, Don't Hurt Me No More. Look. Well, anyway, so he was singing that song. And boom, Killmonger comes and he rescues him. He rescues him. And I believe that they shot Ross during the rescue mission, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to help Ross using the vibranium because Wakanda, they don't share their shit. They like, we got all this shit and fuck y'all motherfuckers. All y'all gonna do is come take that shit and put it on an iPhone and sell that shit for $3 or some bullshit. So yeah. So basically, he ain't with all the sharing shit. He ain't with that shit. Not with the sharing. So after they get Claw, after Killmonger gets Claw, he turns on him and he's like, I'm trying to go to Wakanda. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go to Wakanda. And he did have a little Bonnie and Clyde girlfriend, Killmonger. I didn't even catch her name, but he murked her. And he also murked Claw, which I was kind of sad to see Claw go, because I don't know, that he kind of funny to me. Like, I think that he kind of entertaining. I ain't even gonna lie. Claw is lightweight entertaining to me. But they always could bring him back. I mean, it's the comic book world. They can figure something out. They actually didn't show him die. We assume he died because, he gave him a kill shot, but who knows? He got vibranium in him. Who knows? Maybe he put some extra in his body. I don't know. You know what I mean? So what he does is he politics taking Claw. He takes Claw to the dude, what's my man name from Get Out? I believe his name is Wakabi or something. Let me see. I'm probably messing up his name. I'm pretty sure that I'm messing up his name. Yeah, his name is Wakabi, and his real name is Daniel Kaluuya. He was the guy from Get Out, and he's He's one of T'Challa, Black Panther's friends, but he got issues because back in the day, Claw killed some of his family and whatnot. So he brings Claw's dead body. Killmonger brings Claw's dead body to W'Kabi, and he sides with him. And then he's ready to fight for the crown. You know what I mean? He's ready to go. And so then you see, you know what I mean? You see Killmonger, Eric Killmonger. You see him, and he has all these scars all over his body, and he explains that he's been a black ops soldier, warrior type dude. He probably was a goon in Oakland. You know what I mean? Where he was raised at. He probably was a goon out there. Then he went to like the military, black ops, and basically he got a mark for everybody he murdered throughout his travels, and he even had to kill some Africans and his own kind. But he was trying to learn, how to be a killer so he could kill Black Panther. He's been working up all this time. He's like the Clubber Lang of Africa. I mean, you know what I mean? So, but I'm like, bruh, you got that. His scars is like, because he reminded me of Pac. I ain't even going, a lot of people, he definitely said, Michael B. Jordan said he listened to a lot of Tupac to get ready for this. So the scars to me is almost, even though Killmonger is a character that's been around, but the scars remind me of tattoos. So, and also they had the Public Enemy picture on his wall in Oakland. You know what I mean? When he went to the crib to talk to his ancestor, but we'll get into that. But yeah, but he fights him. During the fight, he ends up killing Zuri. Zuri, who was Forrest Whitaker, he was the guy who in 1992 was with dude's father. So it makes sense that he killed him if he knows this story. I don't know if he really knows that, but his father tried to kill Zuri, and that's why T'Challa's father killed him. So it kind of makes sense that he would feel a way about him and want to kill him. So he kills him, fights T'Challa, and he beats him down. He beats him down, and it was not a pretty sight. He tossed him up. I ain't even gonna lie. And but the fatal mistake is he just kicks him over a waterfall. But that waterfall, I must say, from the beginning of the movie, beautiful. That waterfall is fire, just by itself. The waterfall is crazy. The scenery, everything. All right. So he beats T'Challa up, and he goes to assume the crown. And they don't have any choice but to do it because he showed them, all people from Wakanda have a neon, I don't know, a glowing vibranium tattoo type of thing. So he had that. You know what I mean? So they know that he's related, and then they find out what happened. Because this was a secret. They just said that in Jobu, who was the guy from This Is Us, who is Killmonger's father, he actually, is the one who, he got himself killed. But just saying that, he never told the tribe that he killed his own brother. And he definitely never told him he left the kid there. You know what I mean? So after this, basically, yeah, it's funny when he takes the crown, bruh. I wish they would have played Gangsta's Paradise or like some pop music when he took the crown. Because he walked up there, the scene was upside down, slowly comes up, and he walks up there like a straight gangster. And he like, hey, auntie, some real Oakland shit. But he walks up to the throne, and I don't remember what came first. Either he drinks the heart flower first, because there's a flower as the Black Panther that you drink that actually gives you the power. See, Black Panther actually doesn't have any powers naturally. He is very smart and trained in all kind of fighting techniques, but he actually is not a superhero without the heart flower, you know, because in the flower, what happened was a meteor came and it landed and it made everything radioactive and stuff, and it started, making Black Panthers and whatnot. So, so yes, he drinks. So Killmonger drinks the flower and he doesn't die because people who can't take it, they think they just die. So he drinks it, and then he you never really see what happens, but also he burns down the rest of the flowers. And then you have Lupita, who is I loved her in this movie. She is so sexy and chocolate in this movie. Ooh, Lord, I want a double scoop of Lupita. Facts. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I need a double scoop. So Lupita, she basically she wants to overthrow Killmonger. And the issue is she tells that to Okoye, but the thing is, Okoye works, she is bound to the crown, not to T'Challa. So she like, hell no, I'm not doing it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Can you do it? I'm not gonna be it. So she like, nah. So Lupita, Ramonda, Angela Bassett, I believe that's how you say her name in the movie. Ramonda is T'Challa's mother. Of course, she has to be. She's also Biggie's mother. I think she might be Tupac's mother too. I don't know. She's everybody's mother. So yes, they end up leaving and going to M'Baka's people to try to fight for Wakanda, because it's Wakanda forever. Don't forget that. But yeah, they want to go scrap it out, and they take Ross, because Ross has been around this whole time or whatever. They saved him with the vibranium. So they go up there and they holler at M'Baka, and M'Baka is funny as hell. He tell Ross, look, bro, Paleface can't even talk here. They are in the comic book. He's called Man Ape. They left that out so it wouldn't be super racist, but they do make the monkey sounds. And every time Ross tries to talk, they shut him up and they said that they'll eat him, so or whatever. But then he said they vegetarian. That was funny. But they like, no, we're not gonna help you, but we do have T'Challa here. We have him here. And they had stolen when Killmonger burned up the flowers. They took some. I believe it was Shuri who took some. T'Challa's sister, who is hilarious and also like the smartest person in the world, and she invents everything. So boom. And of course, they gave him the flower, and he goes to visit the ancestors. And Pops was basically like, it's over, bro. Just come on home. But I guess, the will of the Black Panther made him not, die and go to the necropolis, as they call it in this universe. It is the necropolis in the Black Panther universe, which is, kind of like, I guess, Hades or something like that. So, yeah. So, boom, next, you got a Killmonger, and his plan is to send vibranium to basically a bunch of revolutionaries and, people who want to get it popping. So that's the plan. He wants to get this stuff out there and basically cause a world war, basically, and a race war. You know what I mean? So, you see him doing what he's doing. And of course, you know what I mean? You know what happens, man. The boy comes back. You know what I mean? Black Panther comes back. Once Okoye sees that, and Killmonger is no longer the king, they start scrapping. You got my man from Get Out. But he's on Killmonger's side. They come out with rhinos. These rhinos look crazy, man. They look crazy. Yeah, Wakabi, and Wakabi actually dates um, Okoye. He dates her or whatever, even though she is a lesbian in with the chick Ayo, who was in Civil War. Ayo was in Civil War. She's also a member of the um, what's it called? The Dora Malaji, I believe is how you say it. So yeah, so she Okoye and all that. She basically they are fighting. Everybody's fighting. This gives me a real Game of Thrones vibe with the way this scene went down. It reminded me of Battle of the Bastards actually, because what happens is my man M'Baka decides to go ahead and help, and they come in, and that reminds me of when what are the people called? Dang, the people. Anyway, it's the people who live in Game of Thrones where they throw people down the hole. The Valor. What the? I can't believe I can't remember their name right now. But hey, I do drugs, so whatever. The Veil, I believe, is the name of those people, if I'm not mistaken. So they came and they read, spoiler alert on Game of Thrones, whatever. So, but they come in and they get it in, bruh. M'Baka and them get it in. It's crazy because M'Baka is a villain in the comics. He is a full-blown monkey man. But we'll get into that later, how, breaking down the tribes and how I want to see more of the tribes and more of that kind of stuff. So, they end up fighting. They getting it in. Another Game of Thrones pseudo scene to me is, unfortunately, Ayo gets killed. And when she gets killed, it's Killmonger. And he kind of kills her the way that Catelyn Stark slit the dude's throat in the Red Wedding. So she went out like a rider. And yeah, at some point, Killmonger was about to kill Shuri, T'Challa's sister. She had these rocket type of things with the vibranium, but somehow he got the best of her, and he was about to get her, kill her. And Black Panther, he comes, saves her, and of course you get into your final fight scene, and they do something to where basically he has this thing where it basically takes away both of their powers, and it's a fair fight. Is basically what's going on. They just got the suits on, but it's not really. They're not really powered up per se. So they fight, and Black Panther dies. I'm joking. They fight, and Black Panther ends up getting the best of my man Eric Killmonger with a shot to the chest with a spear or something. And he it goes back to basically the beginning, because at the beginning, a lot of people would think that was Black Panther's father talking to him, but it wasn't. It was actually, I think that was Eric Killmonger's father talking to him at the beginning, explaining Wakanda to him. So yeah, he said the sunset was, great and all that, because they were fighting in the same suit. I mentioned tell you if I didn't mention, he grabbed one of the other Black Panther suits that T'Challa didn't grab. He ended up grabbing one of those suits. So he was getting it in out there when the war was popping off. My man ends up surrendering. Wakabi ends up surrendering to his woman, Okoye. Isn't that usually how it goes, though? So, yeah, he had to take the knee. Okoye made him take the knee, man. So, I hope the stream coming out good. I would be really sick if it was like not coming out, and I'm like sitting up here talking and it's not doing anything. But I did test, so it should be okay. So yes, but yeah, his last line was definitely powerful. Killmonger's last line was very powerful. Basically, he was like, you know, even because Black Panther offered to save him, and he was like, "Nah, cause y'all gonna put me in jail. I'd rather, you know what I mean? I'd rather die than live in bondage." And he was like, basically he related it to the slaves on the way to America, saying, I'm like the slaves who jumped ship. I'd rather die than live in bondage. You know what I mean? I need to get that exact quote. You know what I mean? But it was definitely powerful. And a lot of people definitely related to Killmonger. You know what I mean? Because Killmonger basically represented the African American in a very distinct way. But he definitely represented African Americans, in the relationship with Africa and vice versa. And, it definitely tapped into pure blackness. You know what I mean? They were unapologetically black in this mug. It wasn't no cooning going on. You know what I mean? This wasn't really, you might be able to say, Black Panther wasn't as revolutionary as I would want, but, he was in his own way. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to the end, he's helping out Oakland. He's helping out the black community in Oakland, So that's definitely means something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to find Killmonger's last line word for word so I can repeat it. But of course I can't find it right now. Let me see. I'm gonna find it though. I'm gonna find it. I know it's somewhere. I've seen people put it on Facebook, and now I can't find it. We gonna find it though. But anyway, you got the gist of what I was saying. While I'm trying to find it though, a couple of things I was wondering about. I don't know what I left out, but I got a couple of questions. Questions like, this is dumb. You be thinking it don't snow in Africa, don't you? I was like, where are they at? I know it snows in the mountains, but when in Mbaka, apparently they live in the mountains. And I'm like, where the fuck? It snows in Africa? But yeah, I guess it snows if you go high up anywhere. But it just kind of bugged me out though. That also reminded me of Game of Thrones. For Black Panther to be brought back to life from snow, like Jon Snow. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even feel like finding that quote, but you know what quote I'm talking about. He said, I'd rather be a gangster than die like a B.I. Basically is what he said. But yeah, I don't know what I'm forgetting in the plot, but a couple of things I'm wondering about, like how does the flower work exactly? Because okay, at the beginning, I feel like what happens is when you fight for the crown, they take away your power. So you can't fight as the Black Panther with the powers against somebody who's challenging you for the crown. So before those fights, he takes the stuff. It looks like Prometheus or something when they drink that stuff, and he I guess he loses his power. But it was a point where M'Baka stabs him like damn near through the heart, chest or something, and he don't even flinch. I guess it's just saying that he tough. I don't know. But I was like, how did that not hurt him badly? But hey, that happened. Oh yeah. Before I even get into some of these questions, we got an after credit scene. The after credit, two of them actually. One of them is now he actually does what the uncle and Killmonger wanted to be done, but in a different way. He decides to share the technology Wakanda has been hiding with the world, which I'm sure he's just gonna give them the smallest stuff. He ain't gonna give them that real wham bam thank you ma'am stuff, but he gonna share a little bit. And we need him because Thanos is coming. So, but yeah, he's gonna share. And the other after credit, the real after credit, is you see that Bucky, the Winter Soldier, has been in Wakanda, and Shuri has basically cured him. He doesn't he doesn't have his arm back yet, but I'm sure we'll fix that. And he's called White Wolf. My homie, shout out to my homie Doom, producer. He put me on to White Wolf is actually already a character in Black Panther who he was an adopted white kid foreigner who came to live with T'Challa's father before T'Challa was even born, and he took him in, and they had like a sibling rivalry, but he became White Wolf, and he basically worked with Black Panther and stuff like that. So I don't know if they're trying to. I doubt they make him White Wolf. That probably was just a little wink, a little Easter egg for the fans for White Wolf or whatever. But that was dope seeing Bucky. Like, that's where you been at, Bucky. That's where you hiding at. Iron Man wouldn't like that though. That's kind of weird because isn't he on Iron Man? Isn't Black Panther on Iron Man's side? So in Civil War, but yeah. So I was wondering. Yeah. Anyway, a couple of questions. Wondering about that snow. That's but yeah, I'm sure it snows in any mountain. I'm wondering also, do they look? Apparently, they do look at TV and stuff. At least Shuri does. She knows pop culture. So does M'Baka dress like that and then go to his room and like watch Breaking Bad on Netflix? That I'm interested. Do they like dress like this, but then they go in the crib and they like go on Wakanda Twitter, and I don't, because they definitely have the technology. They're not primitive, but they do live in a primitive manner. But also, I know that I don't really know too much about this, but I'm wondering. It seems that they have an animal for every tribe. So I guess that Wakabi's tribe is rhinos, and the guy. Well, we know that M'Baka is man ape in the comics, but basically there is a spirit animal for all the tribes. And it would be interesting if they kind of attack that in the next, movie, because there will be a part two. Believe that. Definitely gonna be a part two. Couple of other things. What else? A couple of things just reminded me of Game of Thrones. I see that comparison. Just as far as the whole, Okoye is like the King's Guard. She's like Jaime Lannister, except she's not a king slayer. And just the whole format definitely reminded me of that. It has some similarities to Lion King. You could say he's Simba, and maybe you could say that Killmonger is Scar, and you could kind of say that Wakabi and them are like the Jackals or something. And I guess Lupita with her sexy chocolate self. And not sexy too. She just on gangster mode. You know what I'm saying? She ain't there to be sexy, but she already sexy in chocolate. But Lupita just looked like a Hershey. I just want to just bite her or something, just slightly. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. I don't want to leave a mark. You know what I mean? Not enough to leave a mark, just enough. So, but yes, so I definitely I got questions about Killmonger too, though, because if Killmonger died in Wakanda and he drank the flower and was a Black Panther for some time, does that mean that he is in Necropolis with Black Panther's father now? So maybe we might have a return of Killmonger, but like a from the dead type of Killmonger. He waged a war on death, beats death, and comes back or some dumb shit. But I doubt they go for that for part two. It would be kind of redundant. But I mean, we like Killmonger. I mean, Killmonger, he definitely had a point. He like they treat us poorly, to say the least. And I think we should get some get back. We should get this vibranium and go insane on them. See what I did there? So, I mean, Michael B. Jordan, even though every time I see him, I just think, where's Wallace? Where's Wallace? Where is Wallace? But yes, snitching Wallace. Oh, snitching Wallace. But yes, I'm kind of sad that Ayo died though. You know what I mean? But I guess, you know what I mean? The girl who played Shuri was super funny, and I hope to see more of her. She was real funny. Michonne definitely did her thing. And shout to of course, you have the Black Panther, the group shout out by starting in Oakland and ending in Oakland. You know what I mean? So you definitely get that tie-in, and also you get the throne looks like the chair that Huey P. Newton sat in. So when Killmonger sits in the chair, it looks like that famous picture that Huey P. Newton took in the chair where he's holding up the spear. It looks like that. You know what I mean? So that was kind of crazy. There's a lot of little throwbacks and Easter eggs in the movie that I definitely appreciated a lot. And Chadwick, the thing with Chadwick was, and a lot of people were saying this, he really is like a mirror for the other characters to bounce off of. 'Cause Wakanda itself is the star of this movie. I so want to know the interworkings and the philosophies of Wakanda. I want to understand the hierarchy system there. I'm very curious about that. But I'm not saying that Chadwick, he did what leading people are supposed to do. Like, if you don't know, most leading characters are kind of a blank slate for the story to bounce off of. Usually it is the villain who is charismatic, who is this character and all this stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I totally understand, but he was dope though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from him. And I'm hoping that what happens is Black Panther takes the place of Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man is not going to be around with forever. We don't know how Infinity War is going to end. But Black Panther could lead the Avengers. When you look at the numbers he did, you look at his skill set and his powers and his money, and it's like, shoot, who's going to tell him what to do? How are you going to tell the king of a nation what to do in the Avengers? So I think going forward, it would really be dope if he took the mantle. I know some racist white people will be super mad, but it makes sense though. It makes sense. He kind of has the same skill set. A rich dude with a job. I mean, with a job. A rich dude with a suit that gives him extra powers, and he is very smart, and he has great black people around him. So I mean, he's definitely similar to Iron Man. So I definitely would like to see Black Panther lead the Avengers going into maybe phase 4, possibly, because it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But yes, man. The other thing is they slipped the origin story past us without making us think of it as a origin story. But yes, I love this movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said on my Facebook online, I came and I was late. I actually missed the animated intro, but I heard the end of it. And then you know how you get in the movie and you be like, I go get popcorn and a drink real quick when it slows down. but it never really slowed down. Like there was no long 10, 15 minute talking about nothing scenes where I felt like, oh, I can leave now. I can go now. I was like, every time I thought about going, it was popping. It was popping. So yes, I don't know. I'm sure that as soon as I click this video off, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have said this. I should have said that. I should have did this. But maybe, I mean, this movie is so big that I might actually, cover more of it and do, little side videos because, it broke a record for highest weekend sales for a comic book movie. Now we did have a 4-day weekend, so that matters. But it did some things. I liked all the actors, man. I like my man Martin Freeman Ross from Fargo, Lester Nygaard. Um, I could have had more Angela Bassett. She didn't, and more Ayo, but Lupita, um, Michonne Denai, she did her thing. Everybody was great in this movie, and it's amazing they didn't have to lean on, oh, we're gonna have Iron Man just fly in all of a sudden or something, because they could have did that. They could have definitely just had, Captain America pop up or anything just to oversell the movie. So for me, man, I'm giving this, man, like 10 out of 10 for me because it's almost like if you took some of the philosophies of Roots and put it into the form of comic book world, because they attacked some real issues in this movie. They attacked racism. They attacked, revolutionary. My thing is, some people are gonna complain that Black Panther told the line, and the Killmonger was right, and that they made the revolutionary a villain. You know what I mean? I think that also maybe you could say, Ryan Coogler is from Oakland. He made Fruitville. He knows what's going on, and I think it was more so not to make him evil as to give you a choice. You can be diplomatic and try to work with people, and or you can hide all your stuff and avoid the conflict, or you can work with people, or on the other end, you could go thugged out. But if you go thugged out, you probably gonna end up dead. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're willing to take that price. You know what I mean? And Killmonger was willing to take that price of nigga death. You know what I mean? Before dishonor, basically. So they touched on a lot of things, like I said, touching on the African American experience and the African experience and how those play off of each other. And I liked it a lot, man. I liked it a very lot. I might go see it again. I don't even want to see the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I might go see it 3D IMAX just for the smell of it. But yeah, I don't know how long this video is. I don't want to ramble on for too long because I feel like I could talk about this for a minute. Yeah, I've been on here for 43 minutes. So I'm gonna be out. But yes, I'm gonna be doing some tricks to trade on my videos, so it ain't gonna just be my big ass head and me sitting there. I'm gonna have little footage and other stuff in the background. But definitely follow me everywhere. You see it down there. So like, comment, share. I definitely appreciate any comments or whatever. I see somebody, you can holler at me in the chat if you wanted to. But yeah, man, this Black Panther, man, I gotta give it a thumbs up, man. This is black excellence, man. As my man R.I.P. Combat Jack would say, man, it's definitely like black excellence out here. Oh, let me relight. But yeah, like I said, follow me, like, comment, share. And I'm gonna be back with more, probably a little bit, more battle rap, more lock music, more discussion. on everything. You know, some random rants, everything and anything. But yeah, man, I'm out like that. Real nigga rap is still back though, even when I'm motherfucking doing vlogs. Should I not cuss? Does that mean that I can't get paid off of YouTube if I cuss? That's like Tyrese when he was like, "Can I not say this? Am I gonna get in trouble?" What more do you want from me, YouTube? But yeah, I'm out like that, man. One. Yes, I am sure that I want to stop streaming.